Before we dive in, hit like and subscribe to The Ascent. Real stories, real impact. They told her she'd never make it. Too different, too raw, too real for the industry. In a world that demanded conformity, young M.A. stood out. She was a voice that refused to be silenced. But before the world chanted her name, before the stages and the spotlights, there was only a young girl on the dark streets of Brooklyn, walking alone, facing a world that seemed determined to keep her down. Growing up in East New York, Brooklyn, young M.A.'s life was never easy. Born Katora Marrero, she was raised by a single mother who worked tirelessly to provide for her children. The neighborhood was tough. It was a place where survival often took precedence over dreams. Poverty was a constant companion, and danger lurked around every corner. But even in the midst of struggle, young M.A. found solace in music. As a child, she would fill notebooks with rhymes, her words offering an escape from the harsh realities outside her window. But the greatest blow came when she was still just a teenager. Her older brother, Kenneth, was shot and killed. A senseless act of violence that shattered her world. The loss was unimaginable. Kenneth had been her protector, her role model, her biggest supporter. Suddenly, the laughter in her home was replaced by silence. Grief settled over the family like a shroud, and young M.A. felt herself slipping into darkness. Yet, it was in that darkness that she discovered her strength. Instead of letting pain consume her, she poured it into her music. Every lyric became a tribute to her brother. Every verse was a way to process the grief, the anger, and the longing for justice. She rapped about her reality, about the streets, about loss and survival. The industry, however, wasn't ready for her. She was told she was too aggressive, too masculine, too honest. Labels turned her away, doubting that her raw truth could ever find an audience. But young M.A. refused to change who she was. She kept writing. She kept rapping in her room, recording tracks in makeshift studios, hustling to get her sound out there. Her determination was relentless. She was driven not just by ambition, but by the promise she'd made to her brother, to make something of herself, to rise above the circumstances that had taken him from her. Then, in 2016, everything changed. Young M.A. released "Ooh!", a track that captured the energy of Brooklyn streets and the unfiltered reality of her life. At first, it was just another song released online, but something about it resonated. The beat was infectious, the lyrics unapologetic. Word spread quickly, and soon, "Ooh!" was everywhere. The video went viral, and crowds began chanting her name. Suddenly, the industry that had once dismissed her couldn't ignore her anymore. The success of "Oh Ooh" was more than just a hit single. It was a moment of vindication. For every girl who'd been told she had to change to fit in, for everyone who'd lost someone to the streets, for anyone who'd been counted out, young M.A. became a symbol of resilience. She stood on stage, not just as a rapper, but as a survivor. Her pain had become her power. But even as the accolades rolled in, young M.A. never forgot where she came from. Her lyrics remained grounded in her reality. She spoke openly about her struggles with depression, about her journey as an openly gay woman in hip-hop, about the pressures of fame. She used her platform to advocate for mental health, for authenticity, for staying true to yourself no matter what the world says. Each new release was a testament to her growth, both as an artist and as a person. She collaborated with some of the biggest names in the industry, but she never compromised her vision. Her music continued to tell the stories that mattered, the stories the industry tried to ignore. For young M.A., success wasn't just about chart positions or record sales. It was about honoring her brother's memory. It was about proving that you can rise from tragedy, that you can turn your pain into something powerful. She became an icon not just for her music, but for her courage to be different, to be real, to be herself in a world that tries so hard to make everyone the same. Her journey is a reminder that greatness is born from struggle, that the things meant to break us can become the very things that make us. Young M.A.'s life is more than just a story of a rapper from Brooklyn. It's the story of anyone who's ever been counted out, anyone who's ever lost someone, anyone who's ever had to fight to be seen and heard. From tragedy to triumph, young M.A. turned her struggles into a movement, becoming an icon for staying true to yourself. She reminds us that our scars don't define us. Our response to them does. In every performance, in every lyric, you can hear the echoes of her past, but you also hear hope. A hope that anyone, no matter where they start, can rise. As the spotlight shines on her and the crowds chant her name, young M.A. stands tall, not just as a star, but as a beacon for others to follow. She transformed her pain into power, and in doing so, inspired a generation to believe in themselves. If young M.A.'s story inspired you, share this video with someone chasing their dream.